I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. Yeah.
I got a real pretty the shoes off.
Oh yeah,
Everybody, you're about to do a podcast. Get put your shoes off.
Nikes.
And also, don't forget to use the mic. We record full episode forgetting that there's a mic there. Okay. Hey guys. Hi. Welcome back.
Or welcome first.
Or welcome front. Welcome front and back and front.
Side to side and dip, baby, dip.
Okay, come on, dip. We're Cal and Megs.
Hey.
I'm Cal. I'm Megs. She's Megs. She always wears cheetah. So if you ever wonder where she's at,
if you don't see it, it's somewhere.
This is what it's like. We're giving you a live sample episode, although you could be listening to the real episode if you just went to
Choose Joy, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Castbox.
I've never casted any box. Maybe I have.
College?
Yeah, maybe I
have. And
I don't know.
Yeah, so go find us. It's mature, the word mature, parentheses ish, Mommas. Mature-ish, Mommas, Life Unfiltered.
Life Unfiltered, because you can already tell this is Life Unfiltered.
Because we're not filtering anything.
No, we're going to go deep.
Yep.
Or not deep, shallow.
We're going to ish it or we're going to not ish it.
You never know.
We're going to talk about some ish, though.
Mm-hmm. We are going to. This is what happened today. We're doing our live
launch party.
Yes. Here at
Solana Central Park here in Denver.
Yep.
Really cool neighborhood, by the way. Like, what an up and coming, really cool spot.
Fun residents we've met so far.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, I'm not a woman and I'm not a dad, and I'm still gonna watch.
Yeah, and I came to your party
because you guys are batshit crazy, which maybe we are. So
I think you could remove the maybe from that sentence.
Okay. And retract.
And here we
I
go.
will not retract any statement, but that one I will retract.
Okay, here we go.
So this is what happened. All of our friends out there gave us some things we could chat about today for a little live preview. And it's hard for us not to do a full segment. So we'll give like tidbits and then we can like do a full segment on some of these if we need to.
Love that. Yep.
You know?
Yeah. Because we got 30 minutes in here with y'all.
That's it.
Because we got a party outside.
We're partying.
That's missing us. We're missing it.
There's so many nachos and mimosas waiting in that.
Nachos and mimosas. That should be a song. Eminem.
We'll put the recruit out there.
LMFAO, remember them? Are they still around? It's called Randy Jackson.
I'm like instantly, I'm like, what is the song LMFAO say? The one. They wore underwears. They wore the shit little underwears, little panties. I work out.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
That was right, huh?
That was right. The first time ever. I had my first live. She had her first lyric quote from LMFAO.
So many cherries gone today. Oh, how do we want to do this? Do you want to?
Why don't I read you the first one and then you could just answer it.
Okay. I'm ready for this.
Here we go. Little mature-ish mama question from our guest listeners. Love our family, friends, everybody who's here today. So
love you guys.
Thank you for coming, first of all, and second of all, and third of all. Mm-hmm. And so here's the first question we got. If you could pick one superpower to help with motherhood, what would it be and why?
You only get one?
Well, I guess you get to pick one.
Oh, damn it.
I know.
Okay, this is hard because I would need 400, but I think for me with the Quattro babies, I'd have to say to be in two places at once.
Oh yeah,
that would be very supportive. So not only I could like do multiple kid things the times I needed to, like the time that my daughter was at CSU and my son's at CU, and they decide to have their family weekends the exact same time, and then mom has to choose which kid they love more. Who does that?
Yeah. You guys need to coordinate better. CU, CSU, call each other or something.
Get
you know
what
I mean?
Like,
come on,
guys.
Yeah. And also, just so they know, you have two kids in college and a 6 and a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
So you really do need to be almost 4 places.
Yeah. So maybe my superhero is just personal duplication. It's not just one more of myself.
Personal duplication.
Because then I'd always have that fifth mom. Yeah. She'd be at the spa.
Yeah.
Or like
kicking back,
doing something for myself.
Going out on a date with her husband or something.
Yeah. I remember that back in the 1900s too. I also went on one of those. It was really cool.
The 1900s. I know. Well,
yeah. Cool. So that's it. What
love it.
You want to do it too? Like,
superpower. What superpower would I need? I have
invisibility.
Dude, no joke. That was what I was going to say.
No way.
I was really going to say that. Only because I have a 3-year-old. So right now that would be awesome. I mean, but it needs to be more than invisibility, because like then the poor kids just search in the house for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It has to be like, or maybe there's like a
stand-in.
like a CGI mom
Yeah.
who's there, because
Yes.
he doesn't really need me to do anything most of the time. He just wants to see me.
Eyes on mama.
Yeah,
Mama's
so-
here.
Yeah. Oh, she's still in the kitchen
Mhm.
doing the dishes or whatever. I'm good.
I think
can still.
it's the Home Alone characters we were talking about
Yep.
before, dancing in the shower, just one of
Uh-huh.
those. And mom's just like,
Yep. Perfect.
that's a good idea.
We'll do that for now.
So basically we both have the same. We need to be more places than one.
That's probably true for everybody.
If you have a superhero share, tell us what your answer would be. You only get one. Don't try cheating
Mm-mm.
like I did.
Mm-mm.
Pick one. Okay, Megs, question number 2.
All right.
If motherhood had a theme song, I'm going to suck at this one.
Oh, I know. Shoot.
What would it be? A
Theme song. Oh man. I mean, it would probably be like a medley of tunes
Mhm.
of just like some chaos, like probably like some death metal.
Yeah.
Maybe like an Pointer Sisters, like I'm so excited. And then also like the saddest song you could ever think of. So you can just
I'm in an orchestra right now. Like I'm
Oh.
sitting there and like all of those things are coming. Like, it's like, there's like, it's happy
Strings
and then it gets
yeah.
I like that. That's a great theme song.
I
I'm
know.
gonna go
we
with
just made it up.
we did.
That's
Now-
the mom's theme song.
Yeah.
You being sweet and nice and me banging cymbals together.
Yeah. That is motherhood.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Does anybody else have a Sour Patch Kid? Because mine are Sour Patch. They're so sweet when they're so sweet.
Mhm.
And then they're not.
You'd be real sour.
So sweet, so
Mhm.
sour. I
Mm.
love them both, but also, I don't have anything better than that, because as Megan already described, I don't know the names of songs, nor do I know artists, nor do I know how to sing them. So, I mean,
you do know how to sing them. You
I
do.
do.
You make up your own words.
That's
you make
true.
up. You know the tune.
mhm.
It's just not the words, the artist, the name of the song, any of that.
Anything else.
Which that's one reason I love you so much.
Oh, thank you. I did know. I work out.
Mm.
So,
That's why we high fived on
Yeah.
that, just for backstory.
backstory. You'll hear it on a
Yeah.
different episode.
Okay,
Different
next
episode,
one,
different-
next one,
okay,
next one.
I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready.
Number 3.
Number 3.
What is a moment in your life when you felt like you truly stepped into your power? And how did that change you?
Motherhood moment, any moment.
I think any moment.
I'll tell you, and I don't know how this goes with mature mamas, but just being like mature-ish, one of the places that I have felt like so like just like full. Hey, I don't have my notifications turned off on my phone.
Hey,
You're
Becky.
welcome. Hey,
Hi,
Becky.
Becky.
Good to see you. Good to see you, girl. Are you making it? See you soon. Is one of the first times I was on stage in front of over
Ooh.
1,000 people. I was in Miami.
That
or
feels
Florida.
like power. For
Yeah,
sure.
somewhere. And I was like, they thought that I had like done a bunch of speaking, and I hadn't yet. I hadn't spoken in front of more than 350, 400 people. And I show up to this and I'm just like, what did I sign up for? And there was one of the days, one of the sections where we had 2 guest speakers, and one of them, he hadn't shown up yet, and we were starting in a couple minutes, and I wasn't on. So I'm still like finishing notes, and like I'm kind of like just preparing myself. And we realized he's not going to be there, event starting. And I throw on my shoes because my shoes were off.
Yeah, of course.
And on stage, I guess you want to wear shoes, whatever. I mean, I did. So threw on my shoes and I ran up there and I like did my confidence pose, and I just felt so alive telling the story that I was sharing about, sharing the lesson that I was. And just, I don't know, like that's why I love doing this, because then afterwards having so many people like come up and commenting to me, like I feel like we are the exact same person. I mean, people, all different ages, sizes, races, just like we're the exact same human, because again, bringing it back to the relatability, like it was just a really cool moment.
That sounds
Felt good.
amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, power moment.
Love.
You share me a power moment.
Okay. It's like sometimes on the spot, my brain just doesn't want to like work. I'm sure that I have a few power moments. But I'll just go with this one today.
Yep.
Starting this podcast has been a huge step into power moment, where, and it's all of the sudden, especially like as we get closer to our release date.
Yeah.
It was like power was like rolling over me, like excitement. And like, this is happening. And this is a space for me, for Megs and for Cal, not for my wife or my mom, or, you know what I mean? So it was like,
Your own
I was
personal
just,
power.
yeah, I was just chatting with my sweet friend Lori out there, and she was like asking some questions, and now my brain, I just derailed my train, so there it goes.
One baby, it got stuck down, but they were chatting, and it was awesome.
Yeah, and so, anyways, the power moment is like stepping into this, putting myself. That's where it was. That's where we're going. Here it goes. Come back in. Choo choo. Here it is. It's stepping into such a public space without it being a public space, it's just you and me in this room. It's just you and me in the room every time. And we hold such amazing space for each other just to talk. And so doing this with you has just really opened up to opening up more to just life, to human people, to myself, like really exploring who I am.
Yeah.
Because I've changed so much from being a mom and being older. And it's like, you don't really explore yourself in these moments so much. So stepping into the power of doing this, being confident enough to show up, being strong and vulnerable enough to be honest.
Yeah.
And kind of not giving a look.
Yeah.
Because you can't, because I had that fear in the beginning. We talked about that because I was like, oh my gosh, what
people are going to see this.
People are going to see this. And not necessarily just strangers, but family members and friends and people that I love and know me. But that's also like, that's how the fear goes away, because they do love and know me.
Yeah.
So,
and the more that you get to embrace like having these types of conversations, if you think about it, like when we're on here and we're sharing with you right now, you're thinking about your superhero moment or your powerful moment. And we don't explore those a lot of times in friendships. You know, like you have the one friend that's like, hey guys, let me ask you about your most powerful motherhood moment. And you're like, do we have to? But like, there's a space for that. And there's so much therapeutic learning and growing through getting to do that. So you guys answer these questions, please, on there.
Please.
If you have a power moment, we want to know.
Yeah,
I like that. And I could tell because we might message each other 475 times a day. And lately she's just like, I'm getting fired up. A lot of voice messages.
Yeah, lots of voice. I mean, we could probably do a whole podcast just on voice messages that we leave each other.
Yep.
Because we don't want to talk on the phone. We don't want to call each other and talk about it, because it's not a conversation. It's just a comment. Here's the comment section.
Leave my comment section.
And then we just go back and forth comments, and it's hilarious and awesome. And one thing I do love about that I'll just acknowledge right now is that it's gone. It's
Afterwards.
there and it's gone. So it's like this fleeting art piece that we just like put out into the world.
How about when the person hits keep and you see like, Megan kept an audio from you? Are you ever just like, what are you gonna do?
That feels
dirty,
shameful. Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, what did I say? Oh no. Where are they going to put this out to? Why are they saving it?
That's supposed to be a fleeting memory.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But that's fine.
Yeah.
You can do it. It's fine if you guys keep them. We don't judge you. It's fine. No worries.
Keep them. I mean, we don't even remember what we're talking about. So
not really at all.
Last one.
No, I'm going to do this one to you. Share a mom moment. Ooh, this is going to be fun. No, let's end with that one.
Okay.
That'll be funny.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's mom moments are always funny.
Okay, let me do this one for you.
Awkward
teenage moments. Is this with your teenagers?
Yeah, I mean,
so you go ahead and let's say that, because then I don't have to answer.
You're thinking, why didn't you guys read this, like the questions before you came in there? That wouldn't have been as fun.
That's not how we do things.
No. Okay, teenager moments, because having the teens and the littles, and I don't know how awkward this is, but it's just one of the very obvious ones. There are multiple other kindergartners in Quincy's class who also have bigs, and you can always tell who these children are because they are they have a broader language,
advanced vocabulary,
and I mean,
they're talking about the Riz and
not just like all of that. You got that, but then like when I have my 2-year-old at the time just dropping the F-bomb in the kitchen with me, and I'm like, hey honey, and he's like so sweet and cute, and he's not even like, he's like, mom is a bad word. I'm like, yeah, you know what, it's just like something we just probably don't need to say. I mean, it's a very common theme of what they learn and pick up.
Mhm.
And when you have teenagers, they're in college, they try to censor themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I could be like, no cussing in front of the kids, but then I'd have to do it myself. And I'm not following those rules. So
What?
yeah, what? That's
do what
weird.
I say, not what I do?
Yeah, exactly. Hello. But it's interesting. There's like a bunch of awkward moments where your little kids just drop words out of their mouth and you're like, I can't take it back because it's their words. So and I just kind of smile. Like,
Sorry, churchgoers.
you're welcome. That's my baby. He's 4, whatever. So, and there's 100 million more than that. But let's just do that one today.
Love that.
Let's do that.
Love.
You got something for this for our people? Somebody was asking, they're having a hard time with separation anxiety with their littles.
Uh-huh.
Have you experienced some of this and some tools?
We're going through it right now again. It comes in waves, I feel like. There's like, the developmental moments that kind of swing back around sometimes.
Mhm.
And this anxiety one has swung back around for us, for sure. It was a lot when he was maybe 1.5, and now he's 3 and it's coming back.
Yeah.
But also because we're in a new space where he's like having to learn how to be in, he's doing a class by himself, a little sensory lab class at the rec center.
His first solo.
His first solo class.
And you don't
with
have
that mom.
You don't have the superpower
No,
yet.
not
So
yet.
You're not in
Working
the room.
on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Talking to Elon, seeing what we can do.
Like,
I know all these famous people.
Yeah.
Like, I just like to name
already,
drop. You know?
Elon. Yeah, it's fine.
So separation anxiety. As far as tools, what's working for us at the moment is we talk a lot about it before we get there. Talk a lot about, hey, we're going to class today. Today's sensory class. You're going to be in there with your friends and your teacher. And we talk about the teacher's name. And she's the adult. She's the person who's there to help you if you need anything. And mamas always come back. Mommy's always come back. I'm going to come back. And also what's really cool about the class that we're in is it's in a room where there's like glass walls. So there's a door and there's like a little area where it kind of keeps them out. So it's not like he can see me directly. But I told him this last class, because he was having a really hard time.
Yeah.
And I told him this last class, I said, hey, mommy's going to sit right here. I'm going to be right here if you need me, if you need to look out at me. Yep. And he came out and cried a couple times. And then the teacher knows what's happening. And we've had a discussion about it. And so she redirected him back into the room. Yeah. 2 times was all it took. 2 times isn't bad.
Yeah. That's growth.
I'm trying not to show him that I'm crying.
Because the week before you went into the class with him.
Yeah, I had to go into the class. Yeah. I did drop him
that
off.
was progress.
And then they had to come get me. And so I stayed in class with him.
Yeah.
But so what I think the best thing to do is it's one of those moments that you really, as a mom, have to say, I don't care what anyone else thinks right now. I don't care how they think I should be parenting my kid. This is my kid and this is what works for us. And if I have to stay in this class and I'm the only mom in here, I'm just going to do it. And if anyone has a problem with that, then we won't come to class anymore or whatever that is. But nobody had a problem with it. And I think that's another thing is we kind of get into our heads about things like that.
Right.
Nobody had a problem with it. I stayed with him in class today or this next class. We talked about it. I said, I'm right here. I stayed right outside the door. He did look at me a couple times. And then he started to have fun because he felt safe and he felt like my mom is right here.
Doing it.
And so then I got to walk out and I went up and took a picture of him and I waved and he waved back and was smiling.
Oh.
And then he came out and we just celebrated that he did it. Like, what a big boy. Like, dude, you should be so proud of yourself. Like you did it. You did it. Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of, just really making him, because I think it's better for him to be proud of himself more than it is for me to be proud of him. So are you proud of yourself?
Huge.
You did it. You did it. Like, so that would be my advice in this separation anxiety moment that we just had with my 3-year-old. So
I love that. It's very similar, I feel like, to our entire situation. There's a couple of things that you said there is that there's the preparation. There's doing it your way and making them comfortable the way that your kid's going to operate without fear of judgment of other moms. And then there is the celebration at the end, And similarly, we've had a really challenging time with Witten. Not to only mention, you guys, we have COVID babies. So they're like, for a lot of us, if you have a preschooler right now, they were with you in the family for the first year and they knew nothing more than that. It was really challenging to even get out in the world. So it is, I think it'll be interesting, a decade from now, you learning about all that's happened for us. And then you have Witten, who went through COVID and then was in the hospital and blah, 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 not blah, 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 but it was a lot of separation anxiety coming back into it. So for me, the biggest thing has been parenting my way and just listening to my own intuition of what I feel is right. Now with the big kids, if I went to the gym, I'd like plop them down, they'd cry, they figured it out. I came back. That worked for us at that time. The point, like that was the way that I mothered then. And it was perfect. And
Yeah,
they figured it
worked.
out.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's the same with my kids now. I feel like they have different experiences, and just in my intuition is I'm going to make this comfortable for them. So when I take Whit into school, which has been a 2-year challenge of us trying to get him to go in these classes, same thing where I've taken a lot of baby steps is what I guess I would add to that.
Yeah.
Is, at first it's like, okay, so mommy's going to sit here where you can see me. Okay. So like he's watching me for multiple classes. He can come out, we can be done when he wants to be done. And then mommy has to go to the bathroom. So now mommy's always come back. So
Just
I go
like a quick little.
Yeah, it's like 2 minutes. I come right back. Hi, mommy's got to go potty again. Hi, so mommy, do you have diarrhea? I'm like, and just keep leaving. Just like, gotta just leave the room. And like giving him little chunks. And then I ended up being like, mommy's computer's dead. I'm going to go charge it for 5 minutes. So I've been working my way up to not being there, but then also making sure that he feels like he's in a safe space.
Great. I
So
love that.
It's what you said.
Yeah, but
just adding in baby steps.
Whit needed more than that. Whit needed more than that.
Yeah.
And so that's what you were there to provide for him as his mama.
And being patient. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. There are plenty of people who comment on my reels and my social media who are just like, they want to troll on about how I'm coddling him or what different pieces. I'm like, that's cool. You can call it whatever you want.
Yeah,
This is
everyone
what
can have their opinion of everything.
Yeah, and I'm not going to comment about you dropping your kid off and them screaming their heads off. I've been there too.
Yeah.
There's different ways to do it, and no way's right way. There you go.
No way's the right way. There's probably a couple wrong ways for sure, but also sometimes the situation doesn't lend yourself to do that. Like if you're a mom who has to go to work, you got to figure out a different way than what we were able to do with our kids. And maybe that is just prepping, talking, leaving them in spaces like that are quick, that you can in those moments without it being like, here's a stranger, bye.
Yeah.
Whatever, do what works for you, do what you can. But if you can use the tools that we have, that's what we're here for. We want to help as much as we can. And also build the community. Tell us what you do. Tell us what your tools are so that we can also, because this is my first kid. I'm 44 years old and this is my first child. And I am still learning how to be a mom every day. Every day I learn how to be a mom because I've never done this before.
We use each other in the resources. You might have a book that you've read or somebody that you've seen, like all of that. We want to know.
Yeah, we want to know.
We want to know. We want to do one more and then we're going to go give away a bunch of shit to our friends.
Yeah.
This one's going to be fun. Okay. Megs, share a mom moment from the last 24 hours.
Okie dokie. Well, I don't know who wrote that question. They must have been with me last night. So
it was funny. Okay.
So
that one we know.
Okay. So just prep this up. I have this going on today. I obviously have like a little something, a little January in my throat.
January.
Yeah, just a little. And so wasn't feeling super 100% last night. My sweet, sweet husband, John, said, hey, you got your big party tomorrow. Like I'll take Cass, my son, in our room. I'll sleep with him tonight. You go sleep in Caston's room by yourself, get a nice rest, feel better.
Such
rest.
a sweetheart.
I know how darling and kind.
Johnny.
And he thought of that on his own.
You didn't even plan it. Oh, way to go, buddy.
I know. He's
You're
learning. He's growing and learning
later.
too.
Yeah.
He's growing and learning too.
Yeah.
So I took him up on that for sure. I was like, that's amazing. Thank you so much. So I go into the room, shut the door, turn the sound machine on. I got the humidity going, watching my smutty show. You just fall asleep on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm out. I'm out by like 9, which is pretty rare.
Yeah.
And around midnight, I hear our door into our bedroom slam. And I wake up. And I'm like, okay, I know it's the kid coming.
Yeah.
Like, no
That's
problem,
not
whatever.
He's not coming to get
no,
some.
he's not slamming the door. So door slams, my door's like jingling, and then he swings that one open. He's like, Mom, like crying now that he could see my body. And then my husband wakes up to follow him in, and he's just like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's okay, no problem. Like, at this point, let's all just go to sleep. It's not a big deal.
You don't need that night of sleep. You've already had
No.
2 in the last couple years.
Yeah.
2
2 and a couple, and I already got 2 full hours.
Yeah.
Whatever that is,
Good.
3 full hours.
Good.
Yeah, that's usually what I go on a regular day.
Yeah.
So I go to swoop up my son because I'm on his floor bed. So it's like he's right here. So I go to swoop him up, and he's butt ass naked. What is going?
Did Did you potty train yourself last night in the
was
last
like,
3 hours?
I'm like, John, he's naked. And he's like, what? And I'm like, what? I leave you alone for 3 hours in the bed and the kid comes back in naked crying. So I guess Caston had a little poopy, which he never poops in the night.
I couldn't sleep through that either.
Yeah, he had a poopy in his
my
pants.
sleep.
So he had a onesie on. So he was like, take this off. Oh, I can undo my diaper because he wants to sleep with poop in there.
That's advanced.
I know. Undo
Good
my
for
diaper.
you, Caston Cruz.
Pulls that off. Goes to try and get comfy in bed with dad again, and then just had a little wee because he doesn't have a diaper, and now I'm comfy again.
Little shit and piss in the bed.
Little shit and piss in the bed. And then
good morning, sunshines.
And then I'm not sleeping in there. I'm gonna go find my mom. So he comes in, finds me. So that was my midnight wake up call.
Midnight mom moment.
Just a sweet little baby boy, naked little baby boy wanting his mama.
I
know. So Johnny put a diaper on him for me. He still was like up, and he put the diaper on. He didn't want any jammies, so he just crawled into bed with me. We snuggled him up.
In where he goes.
Yeah, and we actually slept great after that.
Good.
I don't know how you slept, Johnny. Sorry.
Sorry about that, honey.
We had to get up and clean it.
She's telling me the story this morning, and I was like, that sounds like, this is just in the last 24 hours. Like, let's go ahead and just talk, because mom moments don't stop.
No,
mom moments don't stop when mom's tired, mom's sick, mom moments keep coming.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's a pretty quick mom moment, but it's just worth sharing. Yes, did we have to wash all the sheets and the piss all over the bed? Yeah, that's just a normal thing in our household. So we take care of that. But then Whitty's got to go poo. All the poo stories. The poo. And he, I don't know if this is too much, but it's funny. He likes to prop himself up backwards. So he pops up on the toilet and he's facing towards it, right? And
looking at the tank.
Yeah. He's just
that's
hanging
good.
out. And he loves tinkering. He loves small things in his hands. So he usually has a tape measure or a coin or something. He sleeps with them. I don't know what it is about him but he does it. And he still likes me to wipe his tush most of the time. He's like, Mom, come wipe my butt. I'm like, I love you,
I'm done.
I'm done. Come wipe my butt. So I'm like, I'm gonna go wipe his butt. And he's like, Mom, don't flush. And I was like, okay, pretty big one. You want to scope it out afterwards?
Yeah, right.
Or it's like, I just dropped something right here. And I'm like, okay. So he's like, it's right there. So just don't flush. So then we wipe, he gets off. And then we have to go to lift it to grab the said something. Mm-hmm. And we lift it. And this all happens in a matter of 14 seconds. The thing drops in. I'm like, oh shit. Because now something's going to go in there. And it's a toilet full of poopy doopy. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh. And so I grab the toilet bowl cleaner and I try to pull all the poop and the tissue paper back. And then I see that it's John's thing that he needs for his storage units that he does. It's one of the things he inspects.
So this isn't something that you can just flush.
Can't lose this, baby. You can't lose it. And you're mom and you're just sitting there and they're like, what are you going to go try to get a fish? You just stick your hand in the toilet and you just latch that thing up. And
you just do what you got to do, even if there's poo. You do it.
And then I'm thinking, you know what? How many times have you been shat on before? It's not a big deal. You stuck your hand in a toilet full of shit. You've been in similar shit. You just
especially your kid's shit. You've had kids shit on you before.
Yeah, everybody's. It's your kid.
Yeah.
It's your kid. So I wash up real quick and it's just like, Mommy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm like, I know, bud. I'm just like, can we maybe not tinker toy while we're duking? While we do the dookie.
Do the dookie.
And that literally happened about 30 minutes before you got here. And then I high-fived you.
Thank God for Perel.
Oh, motherhood's the best. This is This is what it's like to watch a mature-ish mamas. Sometimes we cry a lot more, I guess. Sometimes we just talk about poop, apparently.
Yep.
Superhero powers and poop.
Woo!
Doing it. Everybody's out there trying to eat tacos, and we're
get more beans.
We'll be out to high five you in a minute. You're welcome.
Oh man,
guys, we love your guts.
Love your guts.
We hope you tune in. Oh, if you have not already done this, we are giving away a 4-day cruise, 4-night luxury cruise. There, you do have to pay for your flights and the taxes and stuff. But if you want to be in to win this, comment on the video because this is going to be after the event. And then if you subscribe, comment, and share, then we'll put you in the raffle for the trip.
Dude, you guys, this is a great trip. It's a luxury cruise. I think there's 3 places you can get. So you're going to go from Miami to Cozumel, Port Canaveral to Nassau, or from Or to La Ensenada,
Do you speak
Mexico.
Spanish?
I speak it Spanish.
You speak a better good Spanish.
Hola. Bienvenidos.
All right, on that note.
Yep,
Yep.
here we go.
We
So-
love you guys. Cruise away, sail away. Whoa,
I know.
you're so aggressive.
Well, mic drop.
Mic drop. Mic drop. Love you guys.
Bye.
Love you guys. See you next time. Never ends.
Look us up.
Thanks for joining, and don't forget to subscribe and, of course, share with your friends. Guys, that's how we impact more lives. All right, see you next time.